Hi guys, this is George back here with another video, and welcome to another top 10 countdown, where today I'm going to be counting down my top 10 most anticipated roller coasters opening in 2026. There's a lot going on in 2026 in the theme park industry around the world, with lots of new coasters that are going to be opening up in all sorts of different places. So today I'm going to be ranking the ones that I'm most looking forward to that are opening this year. So starting things off with number 10, we have the currently unnamed Intamin Hot Racer opening at Dream Island in Russia. This is going to be a clone of Mahuka at Wallaby Rhone Alps that opened a couple years ago, and it features 2 launches, 3 inversions and lots of airtime moments. It's a single rail coaster with drive tyre launches, and I've heard very good things about this ride. So yeah, it's great to see that a clone is going to be coming to Russia. I feel like it's going to be a great addition to this park. This park originally opened in 2020, however they're getting a massive expansion this year, including 5 new roller coasters, which is absolutely insane. 2 of them are big thrill coasters, and this is going to be one of them. So yeah, it's really exciting to see this big expansion coming to this park, and I'm sure that this is going to be an absolutely fantastic ride for them. Coming in at number 9, we have Giant Revolution opening at Lotte World Adventure Busan Magic Forest in South Korea. So yeah, quite a long name for this park. However, this is going to be the first Zamperla Double Heart, which is really exciting. They first announced this coaster a few years ago. It's a compact triple launch coaster that features 4 different inversions, a multi-pass launch and lots of airtime moments as well. A compact coaster that's very tall, it's got lots of elements on there, and it looks like it would be a lot of fun. I've been wanting to see one of these open up ever since the manufacturer announced that they announced this ride concept, and it's really great to see that someone has finally bought it, and apparently a second one has been purchased as well. However, we don't know where that's going to be going yet, but yes, the first one's going to be going to Lotte World in South Korea. Lotte World Adventure Busan Magic Forest, I think it was. It's a long name. But yeah, this looks like a great ride, and I'm really excited to see like the first reviews coming through of this and see what it's actually going to be like. So coming in at number 8, we have another prototype ride. Or I say prototype, the original prototype was built at the manufacturer's factory. However, this is the first one that's getting built at a park. And this is going to be the currently unnamed S&S Axis Coaster, opening at 7 Al Hamra, I think it's pronounced, in Saudi Arabia. So this is going to be a really exciting new addition for Saudi Arabia. Of course, Six Flags Qiddiya City has literally just opened over there at the end of 2025, and in 2026 they're also going to be getting the first Axis coaster, and it's a small Axis coaster. It hasn't got a lot of track, however it is an Axis coaster, and that's what's important because these look like so much fun. This is going to have a launch on there, a compressed air launch, a couple of inversions on there, and of course the seats that you sit on can rotate 360 degrees, so you can go through all these different elements while the seats that you're sitting on will be flipping round sideways as well, which is going to make this ride really exciting. It'll go around twice as well to extend the ride time a little bit. Yes, it looks short, however it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Apparently the ride is complete, however we're just waiting on the actual 7 attraction to be built, like the property to be finished. This is going to be part of a big entertainment complex in Riyadh. So yeah, this is going to be really exciting to see, and apparently at the moment it's planned to open in mid-2026. So this is going to be really, really exciting, and I can't wait to hopefully ride this coaster at some point in the near future. Coming in at number 7, we have the currently unnamed Vekoma Tilt Coaster opening at Vin Wonders in Vietnam, and this is going to be a clone of Siren's Curse at Cedar Point, which was the first modern day Vekoma Tilt Coaster. The original opened in 2002, it then wouldn't be until 2025 that the next one would open, so it was a long wait between the next tilt coaster. And yeah, the one at Cedar Point was first planned for Energylandia. It was then moved to Six Flags Mexico, and then it got moved to Cedar Point, where it did eventually open. And this is the cliffhanger model. So yeah, this seems like it's going to be quite a clonable model, as it's clearly we're getting this one now in Vietnam, which Siren's Curse has been getting rave reviews. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this does in Vietnam. It's clearly a great layout. It looks fantastic. Of course, with that tilt drop that looks amazing. It's got lots of airtime moments on there, a few inversions. It looks very fast paced. It looks like a fantastic ride. Hopefully I'll get to ride Siren's Curse at some point in the near future, but it's great to see a clone of this coaster coming to Vietnam, and I'm sure it'll do really well at the park that it's going to, Vinwonders. So coming in at number 6, we have the first B&M Giga dive coaster, and that is Tormentor Rampaging Run, coming to Six Flags Over Texas. The world's first Giga dive coaster, and this looks absolutely fantastic. It's got a 309-foot drop at 95 degrees. It's got 5 inversions on there, a really good looking layout as well, a couple of nice little airtime pops, some of the biggest inversions on any roller coaster in the world we're going to be seeing on this coaster. And of course it's another Giga coaster. So a Giga coaster is a term referring to a coaster between 300 and 399 feet tall. So this is going to be an absolute beast. It's got a great layout. The only thing I'm a bit worried about is this new B&M rattle that we seem to be seeing on newer B&Ms. I am a bit concerned with how this is going to ride. This is going to be reaching speeds of 87 miles per hour. If you're rattling around at those kind of speeds, it could make it very uncomfortable. So that's my concern with this coaster. If we weren't seeing this new B&M rattle, this would definitely be higher up in the list. However, I am a little bit concerned. However, I have hope that it can be a smooth coaster. And no matter what, even if it does have this rattle, it's still going to be a very impressive ride. However, yeah, I do worry about how it's going to run. However, it does look like it's still going to be absolutely fantastic. So coming in at number 5, we have a ride that you may not class as a coaster. In my opinion, it's a coaster. However, some people don't class it as a coaster, but for me, it's a coaster. And it is Night Flight Expedition, opening at Dollywood. Mack rides Rocking Boat, only the second one to be built, and it's going to be the first one that's fully enclosed. This is going to be completely indoors, and it's going to take you through 4 different sections of the ride. So if you've seen the original one, Mission Bermuda at Futuroscope, this is a really interesting ride system where it kind of mixes a water coaster with a rapids, but there are so many different elements that you could do with this. So with this ride, there's going to be a whitewater rafting section where you're going through this whitewater river, where it's going to have lots of different drops and wild rivers that you're going through. There's going to be a big drop on this ride. It's going to take you through like a magical forest section. Knowing Dollywood, they're going to do this to a really high standard, just like they do with every ride that they build, especially over the last few years with what they've done with Wildwood Grove and like Big Bear Mountain. That's been getting rave reviews, and this certainly looks like it's going to be an absolutely incredible ride. Yes, it might not be the most thrilling, however, it looks amazing, and this is the single largest investment that Dollywood have ever made into the park, so this is going to be something special, and I really hope that I can go and ride it one day. So coming in at number 4, we have a coaster where we don't know too much information about it. However, at IAAPA last year, this coaster was announced to be built on International Drive in Orlando, and it's an S&S multi-launch coaster. It's going to feature a swing launch with a few different inversions, and it looks like an absolute beast. It looks like it's going to be really tall with some really unique elements. We don't really have like an official announcement video for it. However, we do have some photos of it, of like concept art. So there's plans for a big drop tower to go in, an S&S Combi drop tower, and then you've also got this coaster that's going to wrap around it, and it looks like it has some crazy elements. Plus, it looks really tall. It looks like it's going to build up a lot of speed with some nice airtime moments. It just looks like it's going to be a really good fun coaster, and seeing this coaster while you're driving down International Drive is going to be so impressive. It's opening at a cafe, like some kind of cafe nightclub. I can't remember the name of it, but it looks really interesting. And yeah, not too much has been known. Too much has been announced for this coaster. I mean, this was originally where the Polar Coaster was planned to be built, and of course that never happened. So there's still a lot of rumours that this might not actually happen. However, at the moment it has been announced. I don't know how far they are with construction. There's not really been too many updates about it. However, hopefully this will be opening this year because it looks absolutely brilliant. So coming in at number 3, we're going back to Dream Island in Russia for this one, because they're going to be getting an Intamin vertical launch roller coaster, and this looks absolutely fantastic. So this is going to be one of the original layouts that the manufacturer released, and yeah, it's going to have a vertical launched lift hill with 4 inversions, and it looks like an absolutely fantastic ride. It's got over 4,000 feet of track, lots of airtime moments. I think it's four or five inversions, and it looks absolutely brilliant. Loads of different elements on this. It's a nice long ride, and of course that vertical launch is going to be absolutely brilliant. I have ridden the prototype Intamin vertical launch coaster, and that's the Storm coaster at the Dubai Hills Mall in Dubai, and that's a really good fun ride. And this is going to be a very different layout, however it still looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and I feel like this ride is going to do wonders for this park. So yeah, it's really exciting to see 2 big coasters opening at Dream Island this year, plus 3 other family coasters as well. This is certainly going to be a big expansion for this park, and it's somewhere that I'd love to visit at some point in the future. So coming in at number 2, we have Taquani Beast opening at Bon Luxury Theme Park at Vindanta World in Mexico. This park was announced a couple of years ago, and it looks absolutely fantastic. At the moment, the plan is to open it in the autumn of 2026, and their standout coaster is going to be this big Vekoma double launch coaster called Taquani Beast, featuring 6 inversions, loads of different airtime moments, and it looks absolutely incredible. We've got some world's first elements on this ride, 2 launches, lots of inversions, lots of airtime moments. It's a long ride, and it looks absolutely fantastic, as you can see from this animation video. It was announced a couple of years ago, and as soon as it was announced, everyone was looking at it thinking this is going to be absolutely amazing, like one of the best coasters potentially in the world, like the best roller coaster manufactured by Vekoma. This is going to be an absolutely fantastic ride, and the park itself looks absolutely beautiful as well. So I really hope that I can visit this park at some point in the future. It looks like it's going to be amazing, and this certainly is going to be a fantastic headlining attraction for them. And here we go, we have reached the number 1 spot, and as a surprise to probably absolutely no one, number 1 is going to be Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, opening at Universal Studios Hollywood, an Intamin multi-launch coaster that's going to spin round to give the sensation that you're drifting. Of course, when you're in, like with racers in Fast and Furious, they drift around all the different corners in their cars. This coaster is going to simulate that with the spinning around different corners. It's going to feature different inversions, a maximum speed of 72 miles per hour. You've got a few different launches on here, a few inversions, lots of airtime moments. It looks absolutely amazing, and it's going to interact with the terrain so well as well. If you've been to this park, then you'll know that it's very hilly. So you start off on the upper lot where you've got half of the park, and then you use escalators to get down to the lower lot, which takes you down all to the bottom of all the different hills. So you've got half the park on the top of the hill and half the park at the bottom. This is going to be in the middle, so you're going to start off at the top, and then it's going to take you further down to the bottom and then make its way back up again. It looks like a really unique layout, and it looks like it's going to be an absolute monster of a coaster. This is definitely a coaster that I would like to ride next year. Out of all of the ones that are opening next year, this is the one that I'm most excited for, and I'm really hoping that at some point in 2026 I will get out to Universal Studios Hollywood and go and ride this coaster. It's an amazing park. I loved it when I first visited in 2024, and I was so excited for this ride when it was first announced. I got to see it under construction. The first few pieces of track had gone in when I was there, and it is now testing. So it's been testing for a while, and it hopefully isn't too far away from opening. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this coaster does and seeing how it rides and what people think of it, because this could potentially be one of the best coasters in the world. So there we go, that is the end of my top 10 countdown of most anticipated coasters opening in 2026. Let me know what you think. What are your most anticipated coasters opening this year? There's certainly a lot going on in the theme park industry in 2026. Loads of different coasters opening, and there is so much to look forward to. So let me know what rides you're most excited for. But that's now the end of this video here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at George Kelly and follow me on Twitter at George Kelly. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, everyone, and I will see you all later. Bye.